Paris. The name alone conjures 1,000 images. A black and white photograph of lovers kissing beneath the Eiffel Tower. A cobblestone street slick with rain and reflecting the golden glow of a nearby boulangerie. Audrey Hepburn, her eyes sparkling, taking in the city for the first time. Paris is more than a city. It's a fantasy, a whispered promise, a dream we all seem to share. From the moment you step off the plane, the air hums with a certain. It's in the way the light dances on the Seine. In the scent of freshly baked bread mingling with expensive perfume. In the melodic cadence of the Parisian accent. You've seen it all before. In movies, in books, in your imagination. Yet standing here, you realize that nothing quite prepares you for the real thing. But what is real when it comes to Paris? Is it the grand boulevards and iconic landmarks, carefully preserved and presented for the tourist's gaze? Or is it something more elusive, hidden in the quiet corners and everyday moments of this ever-evolving city? Paris is a city of layers, each one revealing a different aspect of its complex personality. There's the Paris of history, where ancient stones whisper tales of kings and queens, revolutions and romances. The Paris of art and culture, where museums house masterpieces and every street corner seems to offer a glimpse of inspiration. And then there's the Paris of everyday life, where locals go about their daily routines, their lives interwoven with the fabric of the city. It's easy to be seduced by the glamour and grandeur of Paris, to lose yourself in the fairy tale. But venture beyond the postcard perfect views, and you'll discover a city that is both familiar and surprising. A city that is at once deeply traditional and fiercely modern. A city that is constantly reinventing itself, while holding fast to its essential character. This is the Paris we want to explore. The Paris beyond the cliché, beyond the Instagram filter, beyond the curated experience. The Paris that exists not just in guidebooks and history books, but in the hearts and minds of the people who call it home. There's a certain irony in the fact that Paris, a city so synonymous with authenticity and history, is also a city built on illusions. From the carefully curated image of the City of Lights to the romanticized notion of the starving artist, Paris has always been as much about perception as reality. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. After all, what is travel if not a search for magic, for escape, for a glimpse of something different from our everyday lives? And Paris, with its undeniable beauty and undeniable allure, offers that in spades. But as we delve deeper into the heart of this captivating city, we must also be willing to confront the gap between image and reality. To ask ourselves, what are we really looking for when we come to Paris? And what happens when the city we find doesn't quite match the one we've been dreaming of? No trip to Paris is complete without a pilgrimage to the Eiffel Tower. Visible from almost every corner of the city, it stands as a testament to human ingenuity and ambition. It's hard to believe that this graceful iron structure, now so deeply embedded in the Parisian landscape, was once considered an eyesore, a blight on the city's elegant skyline. Yet from the moment it was unveiled for the 1889 World's Fair, the Eiffel Tower captivated the imagination of the world. It became a symbol of progress, of modernity, of the boundless possibilities of the industrial age. And despite the initial controversy, it quickly wormed its way into the hearts of Parisians, becoming an indispensable part of the city's identity. Today, millions of visitors flock to the Eiffel Tower each year, eager to ascend its heights and take in the breathtaking panorama of Paris. The view from the top is nothing short of awe-inspiring. The city stretches out before you, a tapestry of grand boulevards and winding streets, majestic monuments and charming rooftops. But the magic of the Eiffel Tower isn't just in the view. It's in the feeling you get as you stand beneath its soaring arches, the wind whipping your hair, the city humming around you. It's in the realization that you are standing in a place where history has been made, where dreams have been realized, where the impossible seems within reach. From the soaring heights of the Eiffel Tower, we turn our gaze to the heart of Paris, to the Ile de la Cité, where the majestic Notre-Dame Cathedral has stood for centuries, a silent witness to the ebb and flow of history. It's impossible to ignore the scars left by the devastating fire of 2019, the gaping hole in the roof, the charred timbers, the sense of loss that hangs heavy in the air. Yet, even in its wounded state, Notre-Dame remains a place of profound beauty and spiritual resonance. The centuries seem to melt away as you step inside its cool, cavernous interior. The air is thick with the scent of incense and candle wax, and the stained glass windows, miraculously spared from the flames, cast a kaleidoscope of colors on the stone floors. You can almost hear the echoes of history whispering through the nave, the coronation of kings, the tolling of bells for revolutions and plagues, the murmured prayers of countless souls seeking solace and inspiration. Notre Dame is a reminder that even in the face of tragedy, even in the darkest of times, hope and resilience endure. And as the city rebuilds this beloved landmark, stone by painstaking stone, we are reminded that Paris itself is a work in progress, a city constantly evolving, constantly being reborn from the ashes of its past. From the spiritual grandeur of Notre Dame, we journey now to the hallowed halls of the Louvre Museum, a sprawling palace transformed into a treasure trove of art and history. It's easy to feel overwhelmed within the Louvre's vast galleries, surrounded by masterpieces from every era and every corner of the globe. Here, time seems to stand still as you gaze upon the enigmatic smile of the Mona Lisa, marvel at the winged victory of Samothrace's graceful descent, or lose yourself in the intricate details of Vermeer's The Lacemaker. Each brushstroke, each sculpted curve, whispers tales of artistic genius, of cultural exchange, of the enduring power of human creativity. But the Louvre is more than just a repository of famous artworks. It's a testament to the human impulse to collect, to preserve, to share the beauty and wonder of the world around us. To wander through the Louvre's seemingly endless corridors is to embark on a journey through time, to trace the evolution of art and culture over centuries and across continents. It's a reminder that beauty can be found in the most unexpected places, and that the past is never truly lost, as long as we have the imagination to bring it back to life. While the Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame and the Louvre are undeniably essential stops on any Parisian adventure, it's important to remember that the true magic of Paris lies not just in its grand monuments, but in the countless smaller moments that make up the city's unique tapestry. In the next act, we'll venture beyond the well-trodden tourist path and explore the hidden corners and unexpected delights that await those who dare to stray from the beaten path. We'll wander through the charming streets of Montmartre, where artists once gathered and bohemian spirit still lingers in the air. We'll delve into the treasures of the Musée d'Orsay, housed in a former train station, and discover the beauty of Impressionism and Art Nouveau. And we'll discover that the real Paris, the Paris that captures the heart and soul, is often found not in the grand pronouncements of history, but in the quiet moments of everyday life. Our journey into the heart of Parisian charm begins in Montmartre, a neighborhood that seems to exist in a time warp of its own. Perched atop a hill overlooking the city, Montmartre was once a haven for struggling artists, drawn to its cheap rents and bohemian atmosphere. Perched atop a hill overlooking the city, Montmartre was once a haven for struggling artists, drawn to its cheap rents and bohemian atmosphere. Today, the neighborhood retains a whimsical air, a sense of creative energy that lingers in its cobblestone streets and ivy-covered buildings. Today, the neighborhood retains a whimsical air, a sense of creative energy that lingers in its cobblestone streets and ivy-covered buildings. As you wander through the Place du Théâtre, you can almost hear the echoes of Picasso, Modigliani and Utrillo, their easels propped up against the cobblestones, capturing the fleeting beauty of the city. As you wander through the Place du Théâtre, you can almost hear the echoes of Picasso, Modigliani and Utrillo, their easels propped up against the cobblestones, capturing the fleeting beauty of the city. Street artists now fill the square, their colourful canvases a modern-day echo of the neighbourhood's artistic heritage. Street artists now fill the square, their colourful canvases a modern-day echo of the neighbourhood's artistic heritage. Climb the steps to the Sacré-Cœur Basilica, its white domes gleaming against the azure sky, and you'll be rewarded with a breathtaking panorama of Paris. Climb the steps to the Sacré-Cœur Basilica, its white domes gleaming against the azure sky, and you'll be rewarded with a breathtaking panorama of Paris. From this vantage point, the city seems to stretch out before you like an endless tapestry, its grand boulevards and hidden courtyards whispering tales of history and romance. From this vantage point, the city seems to stretch out before you like an endless tapestry, its grand boulevards and hidden courtyards whispering tales of history and romance. But the true magic of Montmartre lies not just in its iconic landmarks, but in the everyday details that make it so enchanting. But the true magic of Montmartre lies not just in its iconic landmarks, but in the everyday details that make it so enchanting. The scent of freshly baked bread wafting from a nearby boulangerie. The scent of freshly baked bread wafting from a nearby boulangerie. The vibrant hues of flowers spilling from window boxes. The vibrant hues of flowers spilling from window boxes. The sound of an accordion playing a mournful melody on a street corner. The sound of an accordion playing a mournful melody on a street corner. These are the moments that capture the heart and soul of Montmartre, reminding us that beauty can be found in the most unexpected places. From the cobblestone streets of Montmartre, we journey now to the grand halls of the Musée d'Orsay, housed in a former train station on the banks of the Seine. This architectural marvel, with its soaring glass ceiling and ornate ironwork, provides a stunning backdrop for the museum's impressive collection of Impressionist and Post-Impressionist art. Step inside and you'll be greeted by a riot of colour and light. Monet's water lilies shimmer on the walls, Renoir's dancers twirl across canvases, and Degas' ballerinas seem to pirouette before your very eyes. The Impressionists, with their revolutionary techniques and their fascination with capturing the fleeting effects of light and atmosphere, breathed new life into the art world. But the Musée d'Orsay is more than just a showcase for Impressionism. It also houses a remarkable collection of Art Nouveau furniture, sculptures, and decorative objects, offering a glimpse into the artistic and cultural ferment of late 19th century Paris. As you wander through the museum's galleries, be sure to take a moment to admire the building itself. The former train station, with its grand clock and its sweeping views of the Seine, is a work of art in its own right. The Musée d'Orsay is a testament to the power of transformation, a reminder that even the most utilitarian structures can be transformed into spaces of beauty and wonder. No journey through Paris would be complete without a leisurely stroll along the banks of the Seine. This iconic river, which winds its way through the heart of the city, is more than just a geographical feature. It's the lifeblood of Paris, a source of inspiration for artists and poets, a place for lovers to rendezvous, a witness to history's grand parade. As you amble along the riverbanks, you'll be treated to a constantly changing panorama of Parisian life. Bateau mouche ferry tourists up and down the river, their decks offering a unique perspective on the city's landmarks. Street musicians serenade passers-by with accordions and guitars. Couples stroll hand in hand, their laughter echoing across the water. Find a bench beneath a weeping willow and watch as the city goes by. The Seine is a place for reflection, for observation, for simply soaking up the ambiance of this extraordinary city. It's a reminder that Paris is best experienced not by rushing from one landmark to the next, but by slowing down, taking a deep breath and allowing yourself to be swept away by the rhythm of the city. As we delve deeper into the heart of Paris, we realize that the true magic of this city lies not just in its iconic landmarks and world-renowned museums, but in the countless smaller moments that make up its unique tapestry. It's in the scent of freshly baked bread wafting from a boulangerie, the vibrant hues of flowers spilling from a window box, the sound of an accordion playing a mournful melody on a street corner. It's in the chance encounters with locals, their faces reflecting the city's unique blend of sophistication and grit. It's in the quiet moments of contemplation in a hidden courtyard, the sun dappling through the leaves, the world outside fading away. These are the moments that stay with us long after we've returned home from our travels. The moments that remind us why Paris continues to enchant and inspire travelers from all over the world. In the next act, we'll explore the culinary delights that await in local bistros and cafes and discover why Paris is considered a gourmand's paradise. Paris is a city that tantalizes all the senses, but perhaps none so much as taste. From the moment you arrive, the aroma of freshly baked bread, delicate pastries, and rich coffee fills the air, beckoning you to indulge in the city's legendary culinary scene. It's a world where food is not merely sustenance, but an art form, a celebration of flavor, texture, and presentation. Forget the diet, this is Paris, and the pleasures of the table are meant to be savored. Picture yourself stepping into a bustling marché, a kaleidoscope of colors and scents washing over you, ruby red strawberries piled high, glistening cheeses beckoning from nearby stalls, and the freshest seafood just plucked from the ocean's embrace. But the true heart of Parisian gastronomy lies beyond the market stalls, tucked away in charming bistros and Michelin-starred restaurants, each with its own unique story to tell. Whether you're craving a simple croque monsieur and a glass of vin rouge at a sidewalk cafe, or a multi-course tasting menu prepared by a culinary wizard, Paris has something to satisfy every palate and budget. The beauty of Parisian cuisine lies not just in the quality of the ingredients or the skill of the chefs, but in the atmosphere in which it's enjoyed. It's the leisurely pace of a long lunch, the animated conversations shared over plates of delicious food, the simple joy of savoring each bite in the company of friends old and new. No trip to Paris is complete without experiencing the quintessential Parisian bistro. These intimate, often family-run establishments are woven into the fabric of the city, offering a glimpse into the heart of Parisian life. Forget the stuffy formality of fine dining. Bistros are about warmth, conviviality, and good, honest food. Imagine pushing open the heavy wooden door of a typical bistro, the aroma of slow-cooked stews and garlic-infused sauces welcoming you inside. Red and white checkered tablecloths, dimly lit vintage lamps, and the murmur of conversation create an atmosphere that is both cozy and inviting. Here you'll find classic dishes like steak frites, bœuf bourguignon, and soupe à l'oignon gratiné, prepared with the same care and attention to detail that have been passed down through generations. The menu might be written on a chalkboard, the wine list short but carefully curated, and the service attentive but never intrusive. But beyond the food, it's the atmosphere that makes bistros so special. It's the feeling of being welcomed into someone's home, the camaraderie between the regulars and the staff, the sense of community that permeates every corner. This is where Parisians come to unwind after a long day, to share stories, laughter, and the simple pleasures of good food and good company. Prepare to be tempted. Paris is a city that takes its sweets seriously. From the moment you lay eyes on the dazzling displays of pastries in Parisian patisseries, you'll understand why this city is considered a temple for dessert lovers. It's a world of delicate macarons, flaky croissants, colorful eclairs, and exquisite tarts, each one a miniature work of art. Picture yourself stepping into a traditional patisserie, the air thick with the aroma of butter, sugar, and vanilla. Glass cases gleam with rows upon rows of jewel-toned pastries, their intricate designs and tempting fillings beckoning you closer. Resisting these sweet temptations is nearly impossible. Perhaps you'll succumb to the allure of a perfectly made croissant, its golden layers flaking with each bite. Or maybe you'll indulge in a selection of macarons, their delicate shells giving way to a burst of flavor. But the true magic of Parisian patisseries lies not just in the taste, but in the artistry. Each pastry is a testament to the pâtissier's skill and creativity, a delicate balance of flavor, texture, and visual appeal. It's a reminder that in Paris, even the simplest things in life are treated with a touch of elegance and refinement. No trip to Paris is complete without a leisurely stroll down the Champs-Élysées, the city's most famous avenue. Stretching for over a mile from the Place de la Concorde to the Arc de Triomphe, the Champs-Élysées is a grand spectacle of Parisian life, a blend of history, culture, and commerce. Imagine yourself strolling beneath the canopy of chestnut trees, the sun dappling through the leaves, the air buzzing with the city's energy. Elegant buildings line the avenue, their facades adorned with intricate carvings and wrought-iron balconies. Luxury boutiques and flagship stores beckon with the latest fashions and accessories, while sidewalk cafes offer a prime spot for people watching. But the Champs-Élysées is more than just a shopping destination. It's a place where Parisians and visitors alike come to see and be seen, to soak up the city's unique energy, and to experience the grandeur of one of the world's most famous avenues. As you reach the Arc de Triomphe, standing proudly at the top of the Champs-Élysées, take a moment to appreciate the sheer scale and ambition of this iconic monument. It's a testament to the city's rich history, a symbol of triumph and resilience, and a reminder that in Paris, even the impossible can be achieved. As dusk descends, casting a warm glow across the city, Paris undergoes a magical transformation. The Eiffel Tower twinkles like a celestial beacon, its golden illumination casting dancing reflections on the Seine. The streets come alive with a palpable energy, a sense of anticipation for the night's adventures. Forget the quiet evenings of other cities. Paris after dark is a symphony of lights and laughter, a vibrant tapestry woven from the threads of music, conversation, and shared moments of joy. In dimly lit jazz clubs, the soulful sounds of saxophones and pianos transport you to another era, while in trendy bars, innovative cocktails and lively chatter fuel the night's revelry. Whether you're seeking the intimacy of a cozy wine bar, the electric atmosphere of a nightclub, or the bohemian charm of a late-night cafe, Parisian nightlife offers a kaleidoscope of experiences to suit every taste. Lose yourself in the rhythm of the city, let the music move you, and embrace the spirit of spontaneity that infects the Parisian night. But beyond the organized revelry, some of the most magical moments unfold serendipitously. A chance encounter with a street musician playing a haunting melody on the banks of the Seine. A late-night stroll through the Latin Quarter, the air alive with the sound of students' laughter and animated conversations. These unscripted experiences, these fleeting glimpses into the heart of Parisian nightlife, are what truly make the city come alive after dark. Amidst the vibrant energy and urban bustle, Paris offers unexpected pockets of tranquility in its meticulously designed gardens. These verdant oases, scattered throughout the city like emerald jewels, provide a welcome respite from the urban jungle, inviting you to slow down, breathe deeply, and reconnect with nature's embrace. Step inside the Jardin du Luxembourg, a sprawling green expanse in the heart of the city, and feel the weight of the world melt away. Find a secluded bench beneath the shade of a sycamore tree, the air fragrant with the scent of roses and lavender. Watch as children sail toy boats in the grand fountain, their laughter echoing across the manicured lawns. Or escape to the Tuileries garden, a formal garden masterpiece stretching from the Louvre Museum to the Place de la Concorde. Stroll along the gravel paths, admiring the meticulously sculpted hedges, the vibrant flower beds bursting with seasonal blooms, and the playful fountains that dance in the sunlight. Find a quiet corner to lose yourself in a good book, the only sound the gentle whisper of the wind through the leaves. These gardens are more than just green spaces. They are an integral part of Parisian life, places where locals come to relax, socialize, and escape the city's frenetic energy. They are a testament to the Parisian love of beauty, order, and the simple pleasures of nature. Paris, the city of love. The very name evokes images of passionate embraces beneath the Eiffel Tower, whispered declarations of love on moonlit bridges, and lovers strolling hand in hand along the Seine's romantic banks. It's a city that seems to exude romance from every cobblestone street and charming cafe. But Parisian romance is more than just a cliché. It's woven into the very fabric of the city, from the elegant architecture to the intimate ambience of its restaurants and bars. It's in the way couples steal kisses on park benches, in the lingering glances exchanged across crowded cafes, in the simple act of sharing a bottle of wine and a breathtaking view. Paris encourages you to slow down, to savor the moment, to appreciate the beauty that surrounds you. It's a city that celebrates love in all its forms, from the passionate first bloom of new love to the quiet comfort of long-lasting companionship. Whether you're strolling hand in hand with your soulmate, sharing a romantic picnic on the banks of the Seine, or simply soaking up the city's amorous atmosphere, Paris has a way of igniting the spark of romance within us all. As we've journeyed through the grand boulevards, iconic landmarks, and hidden corners of Paris, we've encountered a city that often seems suspended between reality and fantasy. The Paris of postcards and Instagram feeds, a city of curated experiences and carefully constructed images. But beneath the surface of this hyper-reality lies a city of depth, complexity, and enduring authenticity. A city where history whispers from every ancient stone, where art and culture infuse every aspect of life, and where the human spirit shines through in the everyday moments of joy, sorrow, and resilience. To truly experience Paris, we must venture beyond the tourist facade, beyond the curated experiences and pre-packaged memories. We must embrace the unexpected, the unscripted, the moments that reveal the city's true character. Engage with locals, even if your French is limited to a few hesitant phrases. Wander aimlessly through unfamiliar neighborhoods, allowing yourself to get lost in the labyrinthine streets. Seek out hidden cafes and bistros, where the food is as authentic as the conversations around you. Embrace the imperfections, the rough edges, the moments that remind you that Paris is a living, breathing city, not just a museum frozen in time. For it is in these moments, when the veil of hyper-reality slips away, that we discover the true heart and soul of this extraordinary city. Paris is a city of contradictions. A place where grandeur and intimacy coexist, where history and modernity intertwine, and where dreams collide with reality. It's a city that can be both exhilarating and overwhelming, romantic and gritty, familiar and endlessly surprising. We've wandered through its grand boulevards and hidden alleyways, marveling at its architectural wonders and artistic treasures. We've savored the flavors of its legendary cuisine, from Michelin-starred restaurants to charming bistros tucked away on quiet side streets. We've felt the pulse of its vibrant nightlife, the energy of its street performers, the laughter echoing from its cafes. And through it all, we've begun to understand why Paris continues to captivate the imaginations of travelers from all corners of the globe. It's a city that offers something for everyone, whether you're seeking romance, adventure, cultural immersion, or simply a chance to escape the everyday. But perhaps the most important lesson Paris teaches us is that it's not just a destination but a state of mind. It's a willingness to embrace the unexpected, to savor the moment, to find beauty in the everyday. It's about slowing down, shedding your preconceived notions, and allowing yourself to be surprised, delighted, and even challenged by the city's unique rhythm. So, as you plan your own Parisian adventure, remember that the most authentic experiences are often those you stumble upon when you least expect them. Don't be afraid to get lost, to wander off the beaten path, to strike up conversations with locals, even if your French is less than perfect. The Paris of your dreams may not be the Paris of guidebooks and Instagram feeds. It might be a quiet moment shared with a loved one on a park bench, overlooking the city lights. It might be the thrill of discovering a hidden courtyard, bursting with flowers. Or it might be the simple pleasure of enjoying a perfectly baked croissant at a sidewalk cafe, watching the world go by. The beauty of Paris is that it allows you to create your own story, to discover your own version of the city, one that will stay with you long after you've returned home.